Small government conservatives believe small government is good. However, we have to analyze that and really explore whether it stands up. The Dallas News had a very, very disturbing article talking about Texas and fire codes. Now, you'll remember we had this fertilizer plant explosion in West Texas. People died. There were countless first responders mobilized. It was a huge, huge deal. And then we started to find out, oh, you know what? They had way more of the amount of way more fertilizer than is supposed to trigger an inspection. They were way overdue on inspections. The plant hadn't been looked at for so long. And then the Dallas News puts out this article that says that Texas actually bans fire codes in 70% of its counties, okay? We have in Texas the potential for a hugely catastrophic event exactly the way that it happened. And Victoria County, for example, cannot use what is a firefighter's basic tool for preventing a lot of these industrial disasters, which is a fire code. Texas will not let the county adopt a fire code. There are, in southeast Texas, for example, nearly 250,000 people within 25 miles of a paper mill. They could be breathing chlorine or chlorine dioxide gas. If there were a fire or some kind of accident there, people could die. Jasper County is not allowed to adopt a fire code. Why is that? In 173 of Texas's 254 counties, adopting rules based on any of these experiences is illegal because they are either below 250,000 people in population or are not adjacent to a county with 250,000 people of population. Now, having fewer people doesn't mean less risk, right? Those counties which aren't allowed to adopt fire code according to Texas law, they contain some of the most dangerous chemicals and industrial processes in all of Texas. In fact, the reason that they're there is probably in part because it is less populated. But just because you fall right under the 250,000 person mark, you can't even have a fire code. It's unbelievable to me. This is yet another example of how mandated small government, by mandate, which questions whether it really is small government if you've got legislation that says you can't have this type of regulation, is just causing all sorts of death in this case. I mean, actual death. It's embarrassing.
You know, nobody lives in the Gulf. Why don't we just have zero drilling regulation there?
There's no people there, right?
No people at all.
Yeah, it would be fine.
Yeah.
Natan, is this another example of how small government is really not small government and it's also really bad?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the competing ideas of what, freedom really is. I mean, for them, freedom is not being able to tell a business owner what to do in terms of safety regulations, whereas other people like me, for example, would say that, a civilian isn't free if when they walk into a building, they might get killed because the business owner didn't follow basic recommendations about what is acceptable in terms of fire safety. So,
right. What's our definition of freedom and liberty, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. On today's bonus show, we will have a story about breast milk lollipops. It's a bizarre story and a lot of other stuff. I want to mention to you, in addition to all the stuff we have going on, including davidpakman.com/summer13, where you'll get a free t-shirt with your yearly membership. David Pakman Show is a Young Turks partner on YouTube. I have 2 of these t-shirts. These are custom made. These were just sent to me today by the Young Turks. The front of the t-shirt says TYT. The back of the t-shirt says TYT Network Partner. This is because of the David Pakman Show Young Turks Network Partner status. I have 2 t-shirts. They are medium, okay? Men's medium. If you sign up for a membership from now going forward and you want one of these medium t-shirts, email me. We'll ship it out to you for free if you live in the U.S. Just have to sign up for a membership. Let me know if you want one of these. I've only got 2. They're mediums. They're almost one-of-a-kind t-shirts. They're 2-of-a-kind. There's only a few Young Turks partners.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, take a break. davidpakman.com/summer13. Back after this.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.